The past 2 weeks have been full of outrage in the recent decision to not indict Officer Darren Wilson in the shooting of Mike Brown. On Wednesday of this week, Daniel Pantaleo was also cleared by a grand jury in the killing of Eric Garner, who was a man selling untaxed cigarettes in Staten Island, and with the use of an illegal chokehold, which led to his death. We are here today at the Travis County Courthouse to stand in solidarity with those men and the countless others who have been gunned down by police officers. Specifically, Larry Eugene Jackson, who is an Austin local native, who was killed by Detective Charles Kennert. After an unprecedented but welcomed turn of events, Kennert was indicted this May, and after numerous rescheduled hearings, his trial is finally scheduled for April 20th, 2015. Kennert is being charged with a second degree felony, facing charges, punishment ranging from 2 to 20 years. So as you can see behind me, a crowd has formed, chanting "These racist cops have got to go." And although they welcome the final setting of a date for Larry Jackson's hearing, or for Kennert's hearing, many others are not as lucky.
No justice, no peace. No racist police. 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 No justice, no peace. No racist police.
With racist murder over and over and over again. Give you an example here in Austin. The last time an APD police officer was even indicted for killing an unarmed person of any color was over a decade ago. The last time an APD officer was convicted for killing.
No justice! No peace! No justice!
Hold on. Hey, chill out!
No racism!
No, I appreciate the energy, I really do. We all have to have that spirit, because that's the only way this is going to continue. It has been over 20 years since a single APD officer has been convicted of killing an unarmed person of any color. We have learned something today that I think should both be inspiring and instructive about how this movement continues. And that is that we finally have in Austin, for the first time, an officer who has been indicted for killing an unarmed person of color, and an officer with a trial date. And there's a lesson to be learned here, which is I hope the one that you're all taking from this. It is that persistent organizing and calling attention to what the cops are doing on a regular basis. It is not that we just woke up after Ferguson and discovered that racist violence was going on. It has been going on for a very long time. The difference is that now people are paying attention, and now we have the opportunity to do something about it. It's going to be very important in the next several months that we commit ourselves to doing something about this, because here's the other lesson to take away from the Larry Jackson Jr. trial that is coming up. The District Attorney, Rosemary Lindbergh, has set a date of April 20th, 2015 for the trial to begin, and there's a reason for that. They are hoping that in the intervening 5 months, our focus and attention will shift to something else, and they can get away with the same shenanigans that they have done in every court case in America, which is to present provide sham evidence, muck up the system, cut plea deals, and make sure that officers get off. It is going to depend on every one of us to pay very close attention to what Rosemary Lindbergh and the other DAs in her office do as this case continues, if we're going to have a chance at getting justice for the first time in a very long time here in Austin. There has been, I think, a mood of helplessness in this country as we have watched cop after cop get away without an indictment for killing in cold blood, in broad daylight, unarmed people of color. Mike Brown, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, we can go on and on with the names of people who have been killed and shot and maimed in the streets for what the police have done. But the lesson to take from today is that you should not feel hopeless. Something actually can be done by localizing the struggle, by making sure we pay attention to what the APD does here, and sending a clear example to everybody else in the rest of the country that we can hold killer cops accountable when we are organized, when we are persistent,